Hey folks, this is Kalani. One of the more interesting features to look forward to in patch 8.3 is the Heart of Azeroth essences. We'll be getting a new round of essences to slot into our hearts to help us destroy our enemies or take care of our allies. The most exciting thing about the new essences in 8.3 is that none of them really require you to go out of your way to grind them out. Let's have a look at all the new essences coming in the next patch and how to get your hands on them. There are only a handful of new essences in patch 8.3, and this time around they're all tied to patch-specific content. When the essence system was first introduced, the various essences spanned almost every type of content available in the game. That's why we have essences from PvP, from dungeons, from Mythic Plus, raids, reputations, island expeditions, and even special types of content like the bodyguards down in Nazar. I'm surprised they didn't tie one into the Warfront system just to cover everything, and while this did encourage players to dip their toes into different areas of the game, some of the essences ended up being incredibly grindy, to the point where you had to spend a significant amount of time playing areas of the game you maybe weren't all too interested in. None of the new essences in patch 8.3 will work like that. If you're taking part in 8.3 content, you'll be working towards at least one of these new essences. There aren't any new essences for PvP or Mythic Plus or any other general type of content. While that does limit what you can do to work towards these essences, it also means that you honestly don't have to go out of your way to grind these out. You have plenty of other reasons to complete the necessary requirements to earn rank 3 of each of these new essences. Because each role only gets 2 essences and there's one general essence available to everyone, you're going to see a lot of overlap in how you can obtain them. There's actually only 3 different areas of the patch that provide essences this time around. The first is reputations. I know the good old rep grind is getting pretty tiresome at this point, but you'll be glad to know that only rank 3 of these essences is actually tied in any form to a reputation. The first rank comes from the introduction questline for the patch, which everyone will be taking part in because you can't really do anything in 8.3 before you finish the intro and get your legendary cloak. The Uldum quests will reward you with the Breath of the Dying rank 1 essence. This is one of the more powerful essences on offer this patch by the looks of things, and it's a DPS essence. I think the vast majority of players will have this as a minor slot in almost every situation. The Veil of the Eternal Blossoms quest rewards the tank and healer essence in this little category. For the tanks, that's the Touch of the Everlasting essence at rank 1, and for the healers, it's the Spirit of Preservation essence at rank 1 as well. So by the time you're done with the intro for patch 8.3, you will have at least 2 new essences at rank 1, one for each spec you have access to. The rank 2s of these essences all come from the same place. If you've been watching any of my videos recently, particularly the ones talking about coalescing visions or the various daily activities we'll have in patch 8.3, you might know something about the minor visions that pop up in the 2 different 8.3 zones. Wherever the Black Empire is currently assaulting and invading, you can find a Black Empire obelisk that will teleport you into a minor vision. The vision itself isn't that important, but the daily quest relating to it most definitely is. For the first daily quest you complete each week, you'll get a special item called Breath of Everlasting Spirit. Because it's only the first daily each week, you have a hard limit of 1 per week of these items, and you need 3 to create the rank 2 essence for your chosen role or spec. So you'll get rank 1 more or less straight away, and then get rank 2 on your 3rd week of the patch, providing you do at least one of these minor vision dailies every week. For extra roles after the first essence, you don't get a discount right now. My Demon Hunter on the PTR already has rank 2 Breath of the Dying, and to get rank 2 Touch of the Everlasting, I still need 3 more Breath of Everlasting Spirit. If you want to get all 3 roles covered, it's going to take you 9 weeks to get all rank 2s. For rank 3, things get much simpler. You just need to reach Exalted with one of the 2 new factions in patch 8.3. For the Breath of the Dying essence, the reputation is the Uldum Accord, and for the tank and healer essence, you'll need to work your way up to Exalted with the Rajani in the Veil of Eternal Blossoms. You gain rep with both factions in the same kind of ways, and you'll probably want to complete most of the rep rewarding activities for other progression reasons anyway. Complete the daily quests available in both hubs, take part in and complete the assaults that pop up each week, and you should be well on your way to Exalted. Only having the last rank tied to reputation is a great step forward in my opinion, as you can collect rank 1 and rank 2 of these essences without touching any reputation if you absolutely can't stand farming it. That's way better than not having access to the essence at all. To buy these essences, you will need 50 corrupted mementos, which is a drop in the bucket for this currency, it really is. By the time you're exalted with these factions, you'll have thousands of these mementos to play around with. So that's 3 of the 7 new essences out of the way. Let's move on to a different method of acquisition. Another major feature in patch 8.3 is the horrific visions of Nazar. They're going to be the main driving force behind upgrading your legendary cloak and earning the other role-specific essences. DPS will be earning the Spark of Inspiration essence. This is definitely one of the more interesting essences on offer for this patch. The potential for crazy shenanigans is awesome with this one, though you will be giving up your major power to help other players deal more damage. I think in focused, well-managed groups this could be amazing, but it probably won't see much use in random or pug groups because of the required setup and communication. It seems like a cool idea though. The tanks will be working towards Strength of the Warden, an AoE taunt with some extra firepower, and the healers will get to play around with the Unwavering Ward. This shoots out a bunch of bubbles that provide shields to any ally who runs into them, and I honestly think this might be the best healing essence for almost any type of content in 8.3. We'll have to see how the numbers work out, but the passive shielding is also kind of crazy. To get rank 1 of these essences, you'll just have to finish 1 horrific vision and loot the chest at the end. My first run through gave me the DPS essence because that was my current loot spec, but my second run through actually gave me the tank essence without changing my loot spec at all. So as long as you keep doing horrific visions, you should be able to collect the rank 1 essences for each role without any issues, and even without changing your loot spec. Rank 2 of these essences will take you a bit longer. You'll need to complete one of the more difficult bonus objectives in a horrific vision. I'll make a little map so it's a bit clearer to see what you have to do. Each vision has a main objective that's easy to complete, 2 objectives that are a little harder to complete, and then 2 objectives that are the hardest to get done. You need to do one of the hardest objectives to get a rank 2 essence. Now you can actually just rush that if you want to. As long as you complete the bonus objective, you should get the rank 2 essence in a chest at the end, but those areas are more difficult and they will drain your sanity much faster. You're not supposed to delve that far into a vision until you've upgraded your cloak. You could probably manage 1 hard objective plus the main objective without too much trouble after you get a rank 3, maybe 4 cloak. It's going to take a bit of trial and error to see what you can pull off early on, but you will want to get the main objective done every time to make sure you don't get behind on your cloak upgrades. Rank 3 will be more of a long-term thing. Every bonus objective you complete will give you some sparks of unwavering strength. You need to collect 45 sparks to combine them into your rank 3 essence. This might sound like a lot, but the deeper you delve into horrific visions and the more bonus objectives you complete, the faster you're going to acquire rank 3. Right now it looks like the 2 easier bonus objectives will reward you with 1 spark each, and the 2 harder objectives will reward you with 3 sparks each. So you just start out getting 1 spark per horrific vision, then 2, then 5, and you'll cap out at 8 sparks per horrific vision when you finish every bonus objective. At 8 sparks per vision, you'll need to complete about 6 visions to unlock your rank 3 essence. That doesn't seem too bad at all, considering you can do up to 3 visions per week if you collect all of the coalescing visions on offer. You won't be able to do all of the bonus objectives right away though, so it will probably still take you 3 to 4 weeks to obtain this rank 3. It's all going to depend on how well you play your horrific visions. And then there's just one more essence left. This is the general essence, so it can be used by any role or spec. The Formless Void comes from the new Nyalotha raid tier by combining an item called Encrypted Nyalothan Texts. Seeing as this is another raid essence, it's not too much of a stretch to assume it's going to work exactly like the Eternal Palace essence. Some key bosses will drop these texts and you need to collect enough to get rank 1, then rank 2, then rank 3. The higher the difficulty of raid you can clear, the more texts you'll get and the faster you can get your essence ranks. This essence is a bit of a strange one as it allows you to copy the major power of any of your raid or party members. Because anyone can use this essence, that means a healer can copy any DPS major essence being used, or a tank can copy any DPS major essence being used, a tank can copy healer essences, a DPS can copy tank essences. It really opens up the system in a way we haven't seen before. It might just be worth some healers running this essence to help with DPS checks, or tanks running this essence just to deal more damage. The potential here is kind of insane. Essences are role locked for a reason, and this essence allows you to completely bypass that restriction. There are a few limitations, like you can't copy passive effects and your essence goes on cooldown for longer than the essence you copy, but it might just be worth it in some situations. We'll have to wait and see what crazy combos people can come up with, but this is another essence that's going to be easy to get as long as you're raiding in patch 8.3. So 1 essence for your role from the intro quest, minor visions and an exalted reputation, that's going to be rank 1, 2 and then 3, another role essence from the horrific visions feature, and a general essence from the new raid. That's at least 3 new essences for everyone to collect and 7 new essences in total. You can also see that there's no crazy grinds for any of these, just taking part in the new content for patch 8.3 will let you work towards all of these essences fairly easily. So that's all of the new essences coming in patch 8.3 and how you can get your hands on them. What do you think of the essences from what you've seen so far? Do you think the weird ones like the Spark of Inspiration or the Formless Void will see a lot of use, or are they just a bit too weird to really work well in group play? Leave all your thoughts in the comments section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon. You can see the names floating by on screen. If you want to join these lovely guys and gals, you can find a link in the description below. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.